I'm a big fan, supporter of democratizing access to data and actionable information. Public policy changes very slowly, but a way to get public policy to change is to increase awareness of the issues with consumers and customers and other stakeholders, and give them data and information that they can use to make better decisions and push for public policy change. I think historically the water utility sector has had a one-way relationship with customers and consumers. That's changed again through technology, where you can have an app that engages the utility in a two-way dialogue on how much you're using compared to your neighbors, information on potential leaks, things like that. I think a good example is what has happened in Flint, Michigan in the US, where a city was drinking lead-contaminated water from the tap and really didn't know about it for a relatively long period of time. So how do you build a culture and a strategy around supporting those members of your workforce or your community in understanding the value and having the tools and the freedom to experiment and adopt these technologies? Another piece of the puzzle is not necessarily building last century technology, so the ability to leapfrog to 21st century technology. So being more creative and thinking more about, well, what are the hybrid solutions that are out there that were not available to us a short period of time ago? And I think there's another piece of the puzzle, which is who pays for the expensive infrastructure. Well, status quo is killing us. What is a finite resource, increasingly in demand, poorly governed, and climate change makes it all worse, rather. What that means is that extreme weather events, flooding, increased scarcity, sea level rise, which is more than just rising sea level, it's saltwater intrusion. If you're a city like Miami that is more prone to flooding, but also now has saltwater intrusion into their aquifers, there's no shortage of events that we are now challenged by. Even things like, during the pandemic, wash your hands, solve water, and you solve a number of other related issues like, equity issues. Lack of access to safe drinking water impacts women and children disproportionately. It impacts disadvantaged, economically distressed communities more than others. I also view water as the glue in humanity. It is something that we should all rally around because it's one of the things that we have in common, that need for water and that connection to water. Yes, we can solve water. So yeah, let's do it.